Hello.
Hey guys.
Back again.
It's been a while.
Couple weeks.
2 weeks, yeah.
So this video is going to be on compromise, because we said we were going to do some relationship type videos. Got some notes, so don't mind if I look down to read.
I'm going to break down though what we're doing, because I don't want you to just think we're making random videos about relationships. We're doing 3 videos of what we think is most important to have a successful and amazing relationship. So compromise is the first thing that we think is important. Again, it's going to be the top 3. If you guys have any suggestions or things you want us to talk about, let us know and we will touch on those things. But I think you guys will like these 3 videos.
In the middle, or doing something or giving up something for the sake of the other person's happiness. Simply meeting in the middle, which means, like, me and Alicia, I think our values are pretty similar, but other than that, we're very individual kind of people. So sometimes you gotta suck it up and do something that the lady likes, or she, tags along for something that you like.
That's right.
And you guys make it work. But you have to meet in the middle. If it's all one-sided, it just doesn't go well.
I think that's an obvious one, guys. Just be willing to sacrifice and compromise things.
It's not that obvious. I feel like nowadays everybody's very concerned with self, and like relationships don't work because like I want you to be about me, but I shouldn't have to do that much.
Okay, you guys, this is why we're making 3 videos, and this is why we said compromise is important, and it's our #1 topic. It's because obviously a lot of people aren't willing to compromise.
Right.
And it's up there. It's totally up there.
It's one of those things. It's like, how do you want them to do all this stuff for you, but you're not
willing to do anything? Yeah.
So how does each person want somebody to be all about them, and you're giving goose eggs?
Goose eggs.
All right.
Alright, the next one. This one. Okay, so these are Kevin's pointers. So if it doesn't sound like me, it's because it's all Kev. From the principle, seek first to understand, then to be understood. Make an effort for them, and they will be likely to do so for you. So this one is totally relevant to myself. I'm one of those people who will give and give and give and give, but if I don't see something happening on your end, I'm just like, fuck it. And I know Kevin can say the exact same thing. He's the exact same. If he gives and gives and gives and he sees nothing on his end, he's like, fuck it. And when both people say fuck it and are doing nothing, it just leads to a very unhappy couple. That's something we've definitely learned. So that's very important.
I think everything started to get really good for us when we sat down and was like, listen, when I don't work at this, you get mad. When you don't work at this, I get mad. Okay, we're going to work at this at the same time.
Yes. And if we don't, like, there's like, I don't want to say often, but there's days where one will be giving more than the other, and the person who feels like they're giving more just simply says, like, what up?
You have to have patience, though. There's going to be times in your relationship where one of you is always giving more than the other. I have way more patience. Just so you know. I allow things for like months.
You have more patience than who?
You.
Oh.
If it's just unbalanced for a week, 2-3 days, I hear it.
Okay, I'm a very particular person. Like, I'm really particular. You knew this from like jump.
Yeah.
I may have gotten more anal, but I know I've been particular.
I'm just, you know what? I'm gonna let sleeping dogs lie.
See? He just allows it. Sometimes you just gotta allow things.
Yeah. But yeah, the principle of this is what I'm trying to say is seek first to understand, then to be understood. We always try and push from our point of view. I want you to understand what I'm saying. I want you to hear me, blah, 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 blah. If you stop for a second, think about what this person is saying to you, reiterate it back to them, ask them. I do this a lot. I'll be like, this is how I feel like you feel. And I'll say a bunch of stuff, and I'll be like,
key.
Tell me where I went wrong. Because all I want to do is understand, and then I can know how to behave. Because it's either I agree with you, or we misunderstood each other somewhere, or this is how I feel, this is how you feel. But if I don't understand how you feel, I don't know what step to take.
Right.
So understand first, and now that person having, said to put their feelings out there, feels like they're getting some kind of understanding, is more willing to hear you out and listen to what you have to say. Arguing doesn't go on. One person has to stay calm.
Right.
Alright. Do you want to do this one?
Okay. Do not change who you are for anyone. but we all have tendencies that can rub others the wrong way. Do you want to address this one?
Okay, so basically let's establish this. Even though I know for a fact that I'm the shit, there's probably some stuff about me that other people find annoying. Other people being my wife and, you know, my mom, different stuff like that.
We all have, it's funny because me and my mother-in-law have the same things that irk us about Kevin, so we're clearly not the crazy ones.
I've been me
just
since
putting
day
that
one.
out there.
I've been me since day one.
Kevin hasn't changed. He is the exact same. You're right,
nah,
baby.
but yo.
He's not budging.
But yeah, so what's it called? I forget what we're talking about. So don't change who you are. Like at the core of your being, you need to always stay that person. Anytime you change that for somebody, you can only do that for so long before it starts to affect you. You start to forget who you are. You
it's just
build
not
up
worth
resentment.
it. That's why it's compromising.
It's not the wave, y'all. But obviously, there's things about you need to adjust. All of us have stuff we do that irks people. But it's like the reason you have a perfect somebody or someone out there that you work with is because that person doesn't mind the things that are, let's say, negative about you, where someone else would be like, this is a deal breaker. So someone without my personality might not get along well with Alicia, or I'd be up ship creek or whatever, up the creek without a paddle, whatever that saying is. I would be up there if I wasn't like with Alicia, because there's a lot of things about me that she allows, she takes on her nurturing personality. We go well together. So if it was somebody else, they would have gone a long time, because I'm me, and I like being me, and I don't plan to change for you.
But that totally goes, that definitely goes both ways. Kev's phone's just ringing. This happens like, 40 billion times a day. I ask them when they're getting married. The ignoring of a phone call, that never happens.
Lose.
Oh, this is a good one. I read this one and I was like, I want to talk about this. Compromise is never lose-win, win-lose, or lose-lose. It's always win. No decision should be made until you agree, because the person taking L's will develop resentment. So this one I thought was so key when I read it. I read all of his and I was like, that pointer was, I don't know, very, very valuable information. I feel like nobody should ever leave from a discussion, an argument, a decision, anything feeling like they aren't coming out of it with a positive outlook. You should both come out of it feeling like you achieved something, you were heard, and moving forward. There should be no, taking an L. You shouldn't feel like this person got what they wanted and you didn't get what you wanted. And you shouldn't feel comfortable knowing that you got what you wanted and the person that you're having a discussion with didn't get what they wanted. It should never be a lose-lose, win-lose.
Just so you guys don't think I'm like super intelligent creature,
Because he's amazing.
I got this from a book. It's 7 Habits of Highly Effective People.
I thought you got this from Pastor Kevin.
No. I got 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. I apologize because I can't remember the author right now, but when we edit this, I'll throw his name in there. It's a very good book, but the point being, compromise is just that, compromise. There's never someone who should lose. Both sides obviously shouldn't lose. It should be a win-win. And until you can find something that makes everybody happy, or everyone compromises a little bit, everyone gets a little bit of what they want, you should not make a decision. Because if you're that person taking the L, you're not thinking, oh, this is great or anything like that. You're thinking I just got dealt with. So. And
you can only take so many L's before
you build resentment. You start to resent that person for whatever the reason. It could be a laundry list. But when you compromise, it is win-win. You have to give a little. You have to take a little. You have to, even if it's like today you win, tomorrow I win, or whatever you guys have worked out. It's never someone just lost.
I don't think it should be today and tomorrow. I think in any argument or decision, you guys should always have a win-win situation. I don't feel like that.
If you can't come to some kind of agreement, you should change the rules of whatever you're talking about. If you genuinely can't agree or meet halfway, just drop that entirely and find a different way for you guys to do this. Because if it's not win-win, the relationship is not going to improve from there.
And that's what these videos are about, improving your relationships. 3 things to improve relationships.
One thing I wanted to say is that when it comes to a relationship, you have to understand that there's going to be times where you guys can't stand each other. You have to accept those times.
I don't know if that's the right statement.
Yeah, it is, because once you're around somebody a lot, there's bound to be conflict. No two people are so in sync that they agree on everything. So there's going to be things you disagree on, and disagreement breeds arguments and all that kind of stuff. You have to understand that those times are going to happen and deal with them properly.
Okay, things aren't perfect. Obviously, nobody's relationship is perfect. Everybody's relationships at some point in time need work. But to say that there's going to be times when you resent your partner like that.
I didn't say resent.
What did you say?
I said when you guys are just, things aren't going to be going that great.
I hope we have this on film because he always does this.
I don't believe I said it. If I said resent, then I apologize. That was the wrong word. But there's going to be times when you guys are beefing.
Yeah, of course. Kevin and I, for example, we are like longest time that we can beef. Like now, back in the day when I had my attitude and Kevin was just like fuck it, we would beef for like days. Now we beef for like 2 hours, and it's just like why are we fighting? It's a joke. We laugh at each other. We look at each other like this is dumb. I miss you. Let's talk.
So I throw in the towel, you know.
Somebody throws in the towel. It's not healthy to hold resentment. It's definitely not. So you guys have to be willing to compromise.
And work on your friendship, because that's what's going to get you through those tough times. If you don't have an emotional...
Is that compromise?
My bad.
See, he's giving you guys tips and we're not even there yet.
Yeah.
So maybe that should be our next video, friendship.
It'll go on the review board.
It'll go on the review board because there's other things up there that are key with compromise. And yes, trust is going to be one of them. So
there's no time wasting a video on trust. If you don't trust somebody, stop dating them. If you
that is bullshit.
No, if you feel the need to have to check up on this person, stop dating them.
That is bullshit.
Why?
That is bullshit.
Why?
At some point in time, everybody in a relationship feels like they can't trust the person that they're with. Regardless if it's something that the person that they're with did or it's their own insecurities. Somebody always feels like that.
If it's your own insecurities, you have no reason projecting that onto that person.
It's a simple fact that it happens, Kevin.
Anyways, if you do not trust somebody, dead. People have like, what's it called? Where you don't want to let go of things. Separation anxiety. Like, I know
it has nothing to do with separation anxiety. If you
invested into this relationship, obviously you don't want to just let it go. But if this, like, nothing just happens. There's flags all over the place. If your relationship were a football game, you wouldn't be able to see the grass, bro. Like, flag, flag, flag. Yo, read the fucking flags. Like, yo, if you don't trust him, move. There's the next body.
Some people just walk hard, babe.
Yeah, those are the ones that get hurt. Very key.
It's key, but it's not going to be one of our top threes. So today's compromise. Hope you guys got a little bit from it. If you guys want more about compromise, holler. We'll let you know about compromise.
Our new IG Addy, call me King.
Call _me with a 3_King. Gotta get it right. Because you got it wrong last time.
I'm going to put it in the thing in text. So.
Yes, because we figured it out now, folks. And you can find me at Lady Gentle. Instagram me underneath my photos. Let me know what you want to hear us talk about. After these 3 videos, we should be back to our regular selves. These are just like serious stuff that we can talk about with that.
We're going to spice it up, guys. You got to educate the people while you entertain. It's called edutainment.